Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the second round action of Return to the Sock Hop. We've got the first group today, and you should remember seeing all these drivers before. So let's get into it. First up, we've got Killa Kowalski from Filipiak Performance Diecast in a 100 gram Ford Victoria, Lone Star from Live Young Diecast in a 70 gram 57 Chevy, Mark D from Cut Rocker in a 91 gram Hudson Hornet, and Coots from Bent Rod Racing in a 78 gram Chevy Nomad. They scored, let's see, Killa scored 13 points, Lone Star 10, Mark D 12, and Coots 8 in the first round. And Killa Kowalski pulling away quickly here on the first lap. There is Lone Star already driving in reverse, keeping an eye on Mark D. Killa Kowalski takes the first lap, and Lone Star just barely holds on to second place ahead of Cut Rocker. So we are off and running. Cut Rocker on the pole for lap 2. Just like in round 1, there will be a group of 50s era cars and a group of DeLoreans, and then the combined scores will determine which teams advance. Oh! Lone Star rolls on his side and narrowly avoids getting plastered by Coots, as Killa Kowalski takes lap 2 just ahead of Cut Rocker. And oh, Coots is on his side down in the Savage Square. So not a good second lap for Live Young Diecast or Bent Rod Racing. Let's see what happens. Lone Star, I don't know, he must have slid on the ice or something and just rolls himself. So after 2, Killa Kowalski looking pretty strong, winning both laps, up by 3. They rotate around, that puts Coots on the pole, followed by Lone Star. Here comes Mark D. Mark D will make the pass before turn 2. Killa Kowalski follows him around, and those two are ripping away. Oh, Kowalski drops back a little bit. Mark D looks like he's going to run away with lap 3. Kowalski is second, Coots is third, Lone Star is fourth, again, driving in reverse. So right now it's all FPD and Cut Rocker. Lone Star and Coots have got to get something going here, or their DeLorean is going to have a hard time. Right now, Lone Star leading right in front of Kowalski. They round the final turn, and Lone Star wins the lap, followed by Killa Kowalski. Coots is third, and Mark D is fourth, but only just. So at the midway point, FPD enjoys a 4-point lead over Cut Rocker. We'll go over to the second half of the racing today. Deuce is back in his 100 gram DeLorean that scored 14. Lone Star's in his 98 gram DeLorean that scored 12. Mark D's in his Alpha 5 weighing 86 grams that scored 10. And Tony is in her 64 gram DeLorean that scored 4 points in the first round. Hopefully she can contribute more here in round 2. Deuce on the pole for lap 1. He is off and running. And Lone Star passes Mark D in turn 2 to assume second place. Deuce is running away. Oh, trouble with Lone Star. He's driving in reverse again, but holds on for second. And Tony crosses for fourth. So, Filipiak Performance Diecast extends their lead, now up by 6. Mark D on the pole for lap 2. Deuce is going to pull ahead on the back straight, and Lone Star follows him around, and here we go again. Oh, Deuce is wrecked, and Lone Star fishtails him off the course. Mark D makes the pass on the final straight to steal the lap, going from third to first on the lower half of the course. Tony has stalled out in Echo Base. Tough break for Deuce and FPD. They pretty much could have locked up the next round right here, I think. I think Lone Star actually tried to avoid Deuce, hence the skidding and the hitting him with the back end of his car. He actually did Mark D a favor, who might have plowed straight into Deuce, and then gives up the lead of the lap. So Mark D making up 2 very important points here. And that brings everybody, well, that brings Live Young Diecast and Cut Rocker back within range as we hit lap 3 here. Tony on the pole, getting a push from Lone Star. And Mark D makes the pass. Oh, Deuce follows him around, but then wrecks in Echo Base. There's chaos with the cameraman. Mark D's gonna win back-to-back laps. There's Lone Star for second. And I think Tony's coming, and she stalls out on the final straight. That is unfortunate. That'll be a tough 2 points to lose. Taking a closer look here. Deuce tries to follow Mark. Gets up on that inner curb, and then a little tap from Tony, and he rolls. So we got one more lap to go, and Cut Rocker takes over the lead, 2 points over FPD. Live Young Diecast only a point behind Filipiak. And Lone Star here is leading the final lap, followed by Deuce. Deuce trying everything he can, but it's not going to happen. Lone Star wins the final lap. Deuce is second. Here comes Tony and Mark. Tony stalls. Mark passes to take third, and Tony will rack up another unfortunate DNF. A few passes here on the final straight today. And what's that going to do to the final scores? Oh, Cut Rocker wins the group, and we've got a tie. FPD, despite their massive lead in the first half, only manages a tie with Live Young Diecast, so we're going to have a 4-lap runoff here. It's now FPD versus Live Young Diecast. Their positions were seeded based on the points each car scored. Wow. And Lone Star's Delorean, some good passing, gets out front as there's chaos behind him. He will take the opening lap. And oh, Killa Kowalski passes Lone Star's 57 on the final straight to steal second. Deuce is on his roof back by the gas station. Taking a closer look to see what happened here on Hoth. Deuce slides, catches his teammate. That was nearly disastrous for FPD. They recover and get going again. Lone Star's 57 passes Kowalski, but then spins out on the final straight, opening the door. And that pink Victoria makes the pass on the final straight to steal second. So it's Live Young Diecast 6, Filipiak Performance Diecast 3 after 1. They rotate around, and that'll put Live Young Diecast and Lone Star's 57 on the pole, already getting pushed by Deuce. They're around turn 2 into Hoth and Echo Base. Lone Star still leading. Deuce drops back a little bit. Doesn't look like he's going to catch him. Lone Star wins. Deuce is second. Lone Star's Delorean spins and takes third in reverse. Killa Kowalski is fourth. So Live Young Diecast extends their lead. It's now 12-7 with 2 laps to go. Deuce on the pole for lap 3, followed by Lone Star's Delorean. They are through Echo Base. Oh, Deuce spins around. Here comes Lone Star. Oh, but Lone Star unable to get past, and Killa Kowalski passes Lone Star's 57. That's 2 passes for him on the final straight today, or at least in this runoff. That will close the gap as we head to the final lap. Live Young Diecast 16, FPD 13. The Lone Star's Delorean, possibly the fastest car on the track right now, leads from the pole, but he gets passed by Deuce. Deuce now in the lead, and this is exactly what FPD leads. Looks like Kowalski's back in third. Lone Star tries to pass. Oh, but Killa Kowalski, for the third time today, passes a Lone Star vehicle on the final straight to steal second, so they go 1 and 2 for FPD, and Lone Star's 57 has DNF'd in Echo Base, and Filipiak Performance Diecast has done it after having a killer first half, blows it in the Delorean segment, and then comes all the way back in the runoff. They will advance with Cut Rocker. So a big thank you to Live Young Diecast. Unfortunately, the wild card underdog run will come to an end here. And thank you to Bent Rod Racing for sending in that Nomad. That was pretty sweet. And I think that was the only one or one of two in the tournament. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 2 action of Return to the Sock Hop. Marty, you're going to have to do something about those clothes. You walk around town just like that, you're liable to get shot.